Hi everyone, this is a review of the new Goose Creek Candle Fall 2019 Wax Melt Scents. They've got 6 new scents, and as usual, the scents are fantastic. I always love Goose Creek Candle Wax Melt scents. And if you haven't seen my reviews before, when I review a scent, I don't look at the scent notes until after I've done the review because I don't want my nose to be swayed by what I think that it should smell like. So, also I should mention I love the labels. Even if I didn't know what these smelled like, I would probably like the Blooming Harvest. Look at that beautiful picture of the mums. That's just gorgeous. And the pile of leaves with the dog. I love that. So the first one we have is Blooming Harvest. And it's a bright orange chrysanthemum type color. And the top notes are chrysanthemum and colorful mums, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because mums are chrysanthemums, so they're not two separate types of flowers. Middle notes of apple blossom and wild hyacinth, and base notes of ivy and emerald musk. Chrysanthemums don't have much of a scent other than an odd, bitter, brown leaves type scent. This Blooming Harvest scent captures it well, though. I would not know it was mums if I didn't see it in the notes, but now that I do, I can smell chrysanthemum. It's kind of like a slightly sweet but bitter floral scent mixed with old brown leaves and a hint of apple, and maybe even like a tiny bit of a saltiness, like not almost like a salted caramel apple, but not really. There is like a very slight saltiness way in the background that tells me that there might be caramel in there, but it's not. I don't know. Looking at the notes, the hyacinths are probably the sweet floral note that I smell. Although I don't actually smell hyacinth per se, which is similar to lilac. Wait a minute, do I? I suppose, yeah, I guess maybe there is now that I know it's there, maybe I do kind of smell lilac a little bit. This is not a scent that I would think I would like, but I really, really like it. It's really different. It's not, I would still classify it as a floral, even though it's not very sweet and it's not really flowery. It's like a perfect fall floral. And the throw is 4 out of 5, very strong. So this one is definitely a winner for me. Brown sugar churros. And oh, that smells so good. Top notes of cinnamon stick and drizzled caramel, middle notes of fried dough, sweet maple and pecan, base notes of sweet brown sugar and whipped vanilla. This is a rich, yummy scent of brown sugar, caramel, and cinnamon with a hint of maple and a little bit of a bready note. Looking at the notes, they're spot on, and I actually do detect a smidgen of a nutty note. And the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next, we have Dutch Stroopwafel. That's nice. Top notes of crisp waffle, hazelnut, and chocolate shavings. Middle notes of creamy caramel and buttery dough, and base notes of sugared vanilla and warm honey. This smells like a waffle with chocolate chips, and when it's melted, I smell more of the chocolatey notes, almost like milk chocolate waffles. I do smell the slight breadiness of the waffle and maybe also a hint of caramel and possibly a smidgen of nuttiness. Looking at the scent notes, they're spot on. This is a fantastic scent, especially if you like chocolate scents, because it's not overly chocolatey. It doesn't have that bitter burnt chocolate note either. And the throw is strong, 3.5 out of 5. Next is In the Forest. And top notes are woodland leaves and true woods, middle notes of natural woodland and rosemary, and base notes of cedarwood and lush amber. This smells like pine with a bit of a sour note, but it also has a barely detectable smidgen of a sweet woodsy note, which is probably the cedar. It's a nice scent. It's not my favorite. I'm surprised I don't see pine because that's basically what this scent is, although it's probably the combination of the leaves, wood, and rosemary that I think smells like pine. Throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. Next is Pile of Leaves. It's actually a lot lighter than I would. It really should be like more of like this color, but I don't care. I really don't care what the color is. Top notes of fallen leaves and autumn air. Middle notes of apple blossom and citrus and soft pine. And base notes of sandalwood and cedar. This scent is fantastic. It smells like pine, old brown leaves, and a hint of apple. It's kind of like the old brown leaves and apple scents that often come out this time of year, but with a strong pine note that gives it that extra edge that you really don't smell in other typical scents like this. It almost kind of smells like pine cones. And it might also have a smidgen of a fresh air note way in the background. It's a perfect outdoor fall scent, and I really like it. And the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. And last we have White Pumpkin. And, oh, that smells really good too. Top notes of cinnamon stick, fresh ginger, and ground nutmeg. Middle notes of pumpkin puree and spiced pecan. And base notes of creamy vanilla, caramel swirl, and brown sugar. This is definitely pumpkin, but it's richer and sweeter with a creamy, milky note and a hint of nuttiness. And actually, when I was smelling it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. This smells like eggnog. And it does. It smells like a super rich, yeah, I mean, it's like a super rich, pumpkin-y, creamy, milky eggnog. Like maybe a combination of like rich, creamy eggnog and pumpkin puree. Like it's somewhere in between. And it's really strong on cold sniff. I love this scent. It's super yummy. The notes are spot on, and it's a scent monster. 5 out of 5 throw, bold throw, took over the entire house. So this one is definitely a winner. If you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com and feel free to join our Facebook group. You can find the link underneath this video and on the website at waxmeltreviews.com. In our Facebook group, we discuss all different brands and scents for store-bought and retail wax melts only. No candles, no independent vendor wax melts, just store-bought and retail only. So feel free to join our Facebook group, and I hope you like this review. Have a good day.